Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you on a Monday morning. It's early Monday morning. I think it's around 7 o'clock. And I need to get this video out. There's quite a bit of an update that we need to do. And I know this video is late. I usually try to get this video uploaded on Saturday, where we basically review our prior week and how things went and where we're at. Just kind of a broad overview. And also kind of updates going forward. And I had a crazy weekend. We were somewhere Friday night. We were out late. Saturday, I was working as in blowing leaves literally all day long, and just was so tired. When I finally came in and I was finally done, I was so tired. And then we went somewhere in the evening. And then Sunday came along, went to church Sunday morning, and then I watched the Browns game in the afternoon, which, let's go Browns. Ooh, that was an awesome game. And long story short, just didn't find time to do this video until right now, which is early Monday morning. So first and foremost, what I want to let you guys know, I cannot stream today or tomorrow. I got to go into work physically, actually, to the warehouse location. And we have a big order going out, and I have to be there to help. And I want to be there to help, but that means I can't trade or stream. So makes me a little bit sad, but it's okay. So update, I want to make sure I point that out first thing here, because this video is probably going to get a little bit long-winded. So if you're just tuning in here and expecting to watch me on my live stream today and tomorrow, usually I stream live every day. I won't be able to stream today or tomorrow. Should be able to stream again on Wednesday. So sorry about that. I wish I could, but I can't. Now we got to talk about the update and talk about everything that happened last week. We've got quite a bit to talk about. There's good and there's bad. So I'm going to try and get through this. My goal is to have this video only be 20 minutes. Now, we do only one take videos here, so I'm going to try and stay on point and not ramble. So let's just get right to it. We're going to talk about the good first, and then we're going to talk about the bad, because the bad's going to take a lot longer to talk about. The good shouldn't take that long. So let's focus on the good. This is how our week went trading our 19 50K accounts. So if you're new here, I have 19 50K funded accounts with Apex. You're allowed to have 20 funded accounts with Apex, which is awesome. I think and believe Apex is the best funded company, the best prop firm. That's my opinion. And after last week, I'm of even more of that opinion. Stay tuned for more info on that later. But yeah, I love Apex, but I have 19 50K accounts, and the purpose of those accounts is to grow them very slowly. These 19 50K accounts are kind of my baby, so to speak, and I try to take very good care of them. And basically our goal is just to take small profits. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'm happy with $40 to $50 of profit per day. Obviously, if it's more, that's great. But $40 to $50 in profit per day, per account, do the math, it adds up. So that's what this week, we had our first full green week, no red days. So yay. We had a really good week, $3,860 total in profit, and just overall a good week and feels good. I will show here just these are my accounts. You can see the very top, we have Basically, we have an extra 150K account that is ready to be funded if we need it. Right now, we don't. And then we have an extra 50K account that's ready to be funded if we need it. The goal is, hopefully we won't need it. But right now, those two accounts are just sitting there at 6 days traded. Once we need these accounts, we will trade them one more day, and then they'll be funded. So now moving on, let's talk about our 150K funded account with Apex. So from last week, if you've been following along on these weekly updates, last week, we were trading our ES strategy, where it's basically just a pullback strategy on ES based off of the 21 EMA. It's nothing fancy. I was trying to trade ES, trying something different. And I think that's one thing where, as an unprofitable trader, it's very tempting to switch strategies a lot, and it's not always healthy. But I wanted to try it. I wanted to try it trading ES, and it didn't work. Not probably more because of me. I missed a lot of setups that for multiple reasons, either wasn't at my desk or just was distracted or something happened. I don't want to say this strategy doesn't work, but for me, just wasn't really a big fan of it. Honestly, not a big fan of trading ES. Just too slow. Just can't do it. So on Monday, Tuesday, I think we were like $2,700 in drawdown on that account. Unfortunately, I don't have that data information anymore, because once you blow the account, which is what happened, the account disappears, so you can't go back and pull the data. So on Monday, Tuesday, we had red days. I think we had an $800 red day on Monday and like a $600 red day on Tuesday. I'm not even quite sure. But I was basically, we only had like $1,500 left in drawdown, and the rebilling date was coming up for that 150K account, I think Friday or Thursday. So I really wasn't interested in being rebilled again. I think it's $105 on the Tradeovate accounts. So I just wasn't really in the mood to be rebilled for that account when it's in that big of a drawdown. So on Wednesday night, I took a big trade overnight just to see if I can't, get it to, revive it and bring it back from the dead, and it didn't work. So we blew the account, which, quite frankly, I don't care. It's totally fine. And then on Thursday, we started trading this fresh new 150K account. And that's what you're looking at here. So we had $785 profit on Thursday and $342 profit on Friday. So it's going well. We're only 2 days in, so not going to get too excited. But right now we're sitting at, a little bit over $1,100 in profit on this account. Again, these 150K accounts, the purpose of these accounts is to be more aggressive, to trade minis, and basically our goal is to get to a payout a little bit faster than our 50K accounts, and kind of use these accounts as a cash flow, if that makes sense, to pay ourselves while we take it very slowly on our 1950K accounts. Because I understand taking it that slow on the 1950K accounts, it might take 3 months to get to a payout, which I'm okay with. But in the meantime, we're going to trade these 150K accounts, and hopefully we can start paying ourselves. So that's where we're at on this account. Again, happy with it, and we'll just keep going. Obviously, no longer trading ES with this. We're trading NQ, and we're trading discretionary price action. That's how I trade my evals. That's what I'm comfortable with, and that's how I'm going to trade. It just is what it is. I know some of you, there's always people in the comments and people in chat that are very, very strong opinionated on, certain methods. It's not possible to make money, and if you don't trade this certain way, you cannot make money. Well, we all know that's not true, but I do want to be a little bit more consistent with how I trade, in a sense of not flip-flopping strategies a lot. I think not being profitable, you're a little bit more susceptible to, flip-flopping on strategies a lot, which obviously if something isn't working, I think there's reason and need to change it, but also sometimes you have to stick with something a little bit longer to really see if it works or not. I get both sides of the argument. But for this account, this is the plan. We're going to trade this account like we trade evals, or at least try to, and we'll see what happens. Okay. That was the good news part. So if you're only here for the good news, which most of you, I think, probably, there's a reason that news is always bad, because bad news gets more views, is what they say. So this is probably what most of you are actually wanting to see here. And let's talk about the bad news. Yeah, let's just get it over with. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid. So the bad news is, we could just say this. I no longer have the trade day account. Could we just leave it at that? It would spare me some embarrassment if we could just leave it at that. I feel like that's not fair, though. I have to explain what I did. I was just, if you look up the definition of the word insane, it is doing something over and over again, doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting a different result. So therefore, I've kind of classified myself as insane, because I did something again that I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in myself. And you know what? I deserved to lose that account. I really did. But on Friday, this market was on something else, okay? And I need to give a little bit of backstory on the trade day account. So the trade day account was in profit, and I actually had the account like $890 in profit, or it was close to $900 in profit. And I lost a little bit of money, like $150 or so. And my goal for that account was, once I get to $1,000 in profit, I was going to pay myself $1,000. And that's one thing I really do like about trade day, is the fact that you can withdraw with no restrictions. So that was my plan. We were getting really close. Then we lost a little bit of money. And then Friday, mid-morning, afternoon, I made some money. And we were like $85 away from that $1,000. So, man, I really wanted that $1,000 profit so I could request a withdrawal, and it's just a great feeling to the end of the week, right? So here, the market was doing this when I actually made some money on a short, and that's what got me to like only $90 in profit. And I was like, hey, I only need 8. Like, I went 2 contracts with a 9-tick take profit. 9 ticks. That is it. I mean, that's not asking too much, is it? I just needed 9 ticks of profit. That's it. Oh, and it obviously, in hindsight, everything is so easy in hindsight. I honestly thought we were going to retrace quite a bit here. I thought this thing was pretty crazy at this point. I thought we were going to pull back a little bit further. And I went short right around here. And, I think you guys know what happened after that. Basically what happened, when I entered that trade, I entered with a stop loss, okay? But I did not accept that stop loss. And I was only looking at 9 ticks profit. That's what I wanted. I didn't even consider that this trade could go against me, and consider what I'm going to do if it does, and have a set, actually honor my stop loss. Of course, the market just starts ripping against me. I panic, and exit out of the stop loss. I cancel the stop loss. Now you might ask yourself, well, you have Guardian Angel Trader to prevent you from doing things like this, right? And I do. And I love Guardian Angel Trader. Don't get me wrong. I do. I love Guardian Angel Trader, and it has come through clutch many times. But Guardian Angel Trader only works when you're connected. Okay. And this is just, it's a me issue. And I wasn't willing to accept a loss. I really wasn't. And as we got close to hitting my max daily loss, instead of just accepting that and moving on, and you know what? Today would be a brand new day and that account would still be alive. I would totally be fine with it. I didn't do that. I disconnected from trade day on purpose so that my Guardian Angel Trader wouldn't activate. And it's actually embarrassing. It's embarrassing to even admit what I did. And 2 days later, it's still embarrassing. Discipline. And this is what I learned. This is what I learned from this. That really, and I on Saturday Blowing Leaves, I watched and listened to Tom Haggard's book, The Best Loser Wins, again. And it's very simple. When I enter a trade and have a stop loss, if I'm not willing to accept that loss, then I shouldn't be trading. It's that simple. And I either need to lower my size accordingly until I'm willing to accept that as a loss, because obviously as traders, we never know what the market's going to do. And those that claim they know what's going to happen next, then and those are the furus and gurus. But we don't. When we enter a trade, we do not know with 100% certainty what the market is going to do. We believe we have an edge. We believe, that we know possibly what will happen. That's why we take a trade. But we don't know for sure. And that's why we need to have a stop loss. And in case we're wrong. And so that was my learning. What I learned from it, what I took away from it was just, I have to be okay with accepting a loss. And if I'm not, I need to lower my size, etc. And I went in on this trade, and this is often how I get myself in trouble. I went into this trade thinking, I just need this little bit of profit. And that's the only thing I was focusing on. I wasn't even looking at my stop loss. I didn't even consider that this thing could go against me. I just wanted a little bit of profit, just a little bit of a scalp. And got me in trouble. And basically, we lost the account. That's the way it is. It's just that simple. So I'm sad, but it is what it is. Now, moving on, we got to talk about take profit. All right, so here's what happened. So take profit on, what was it? I think it was Saturday night, because I actually was considering doing this video Saturday night, late. I think it was like 12 o'clock at night. And ended up not doing the video just because of what I discovered here. And also, I just couldn't do the video. And I went to log in, and take profit wouldn't allow me to log in. It would say that I don't have an account. I'm like, what? So did a little digging, and yeah, I had an email from Take Profit that I had broken a rule on Friday. And I'm just like, what? There's no way. Went back, and unfortunately, because I can't connect, because the account is gone, I can't actually look at my account. I can't look at my transactions. But I got an email that says, saying that I went over the 50 execution rule. I couldn't believe it. Because, okay, so I'm well aware of on the pro account with Take Profit, you can only have 50 executions per day. I'm well aware of that, and I keep track of that pretty closely throughout the day. And I remember precisely. I always I kind of have a filter that I use on my filled orders with Ninja Trader where I count how many transactions I'm at. And I remember precisely looking when I ended the day and counting, and I still remember precisely. It was like 36 trades. I still remember it. And I thought, there's no way. Like, and I thought they must have just, made a mistake. And so I asked them, hey, can you guys send me a detailed report of my transactions on Friday? Because pretty sure I didn't go over that 50 execution rule. And they did. They sent it to me. And it's true. I had 53 executions. I don't even, I honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know what else to think other than I just miscounted. And I must have miscounted. So that really sucked. I actually, here, let me just show. So this is my Take Profit Pro account. You can see we had $585 in profit on Friday. Now, I kind of disagree with this, but according to them and their rules, if you go over 50 executions, you forfeit all of your profit for that day. Me, personally, I think that's kind of BS. I understand to forfeit your profits after once you make more than 50 executions, those profits are gone. But from execution 1 to 49, don't really see how that affects it. I'm not sure why you can't keep those profits. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm a little bit bitter right now, okay? I'll be honest. I'm a little bit bitter with Take Profit, and I'm not a fan of the 50 execution rule. I really am not. But I was aware of the rule. I broke the rule. I still don't. I'm very confused on what I did wrong on counting, but I don't know what else to think other than I just didn't count right. But you can see here, it shows here that I did 35 trades, but this isn't really how you count it because this is trades and then they base it off of executions. Now, do I think they should have a better system in place to track this? Yes, I do. Do I think they should just prevent you from making and entering a trade once you have 50 executions? Yes, I do. But you know what? That's not up to me. And I broke a rule. And it is what it is. I have to accept it. And I try not to get into the victim mentality and mindset of, it's everyone else's fault. I need to take accountability. I knew the rule. I broke it. And they showed me all my executions. And yeah, I was at 53. I still can't believe it. I'm sad. So I guess we lost the 150K account. Now I can. They told me very kindly that, hey, we will give you the option to reset this account for $1,500, which I kindly declined. Now I think I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think these profits I can still withdraw. Obviously, it would be a 50-50 split because I'm not above the profit threshold. So we can still withdraw a little bit of money here. I mean, it's better than nothing, but I'm just sad. I'm just sad what I did and why did I do that? Should have been more careful. I don't know what else to say than I messed up. I really did. So, oh no, we're at 25 minutes. Okay, I need to hurry. Basically, where does that put us going forward? I'm not sure. Quite frankly, right now at the moment, I'm not really in the mood to go through evaluations again. I kind of want to focus only on trading this, trading our 150K account that is the account I'm going to trade live on stream going forward. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do. I don't really know. I guess stay tuned for more updates. But again, like I said earlier, it was good news and bad news. Like, I want to focus also. I want to make sure I don't just focus on the bad news. The whole weekend it was kind of like, man, I'm just I was very disappointed in myself, just how I traded and blew up that trade day account. I just, it's inexcusable. But then on the take profit account, I'm more just sad that how that all went down. Just, I don't know. I just made a mistake on it, I guess, miscounted. Whatever. It is what it is. So, anyway, I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for watching. And I really do appreciate every one of you. And again, I won't be able to stream today or tomorrow. And I'll be back on Wednesday, hopefully, unless something comes up. So thank you. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Trade well. And God bless.